Hello everyone, my name is Melissa and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. I am starting to get back into the groove of filming. So something that I used to do on my channel quite a while ago was seasonal favorites and seasonal TBRs. So I wanted to kind of jumpstart after my most recent book haul, which you can see most of the books are over there. I think that I want to go ahead and kind of redo this again. So I am not reading as much as I used to. I've just kind of been in this reading slump. But I did want to talk about all the books that I gave 5 stars over the summer. There are a couple books to talk about, so let's go ahead and get started. So of course this is my channel, and of course there's going to be romance, because all of these are romance books. I have just been kind of in that I'm gonna only read romance genre and time in my life. So the first book that I want to talk about is called Unhinged by Adeline James. I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly. This is a male-male dark romance, and when I tell you that I fell in love with these characters right away, I fell in love with these characters right away. So you have our main character. He is a psychopath and he ends up falling for this guy. It's very insta-love, like the whole series kind of is, or at least the 2 first books that I've read so far. It's about a group of boys, and each book is about a different brother. And this is like, the guys kind of are bad, but they do good things by doing bad things, like unaliving people who shouldn't be around. So the main character ends up getting stalked by this one guy because he killed his father, so you know, XYZ. They end up falling for each other, and it is so cute. I'm sorry, there's a hair right here and it's bugging me. Anyways, this book is so cute. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I love it. The second book is good as well, but I do have to say I love the first book the most so far. Definitely planning on continuing on with this series once I get through a next couple of books on my shelves. So the next book that I'm going to talk about is one that is definitely more a very summery book, because I mean, if you can't tell by this title, like, let's be honest, it's a very summer book, and that is called The Pool Boy by Nikki Sloan. So my husband actually saw this cover and he's like, really, because of the little slogan right there. But this one was really cute. I really enjoyed it. It was spicy. It was pretty quick, but it did take me a little while to read it, but I still loved it. This book was spicy, let me tell you. I think it's on Kindle Unlimited, but I could be wrong. It might not be, since obviously I read it physically. This is a book about an older woman who ends up getting a divorce from her husband because of course she catches him cheating with one of his co-workers, I think his boss. And so she's like, you know what, I'm gonna do stuff for myself. I've always, you know, been in this relationship. She ends up attracting the pool boy, who lo and behold actually has had a crush on her since like he was like very young. He's obviously in his mid to late 20s now. I think she might be in her 40s, early 40s. So this has a pretty significant age gap, and the fact that the guy is her best friend's son. So there's a lot of like taboo-ness happening in this book, but I really liked it. It definitely had a lot of depth to it, despite there being a lot of smut, and I was here for it. This book was steamy and I really enjoyed it. So if you're looking for a good time, especially if you're in a climate that is still about 90 degrees outside, which it is here, this is a great book to pick up, read by the pool, or not. It's a good book either way. Okay, so of course I have to talk about some reverse harems. The first one is Scream for Us by Molly Doyle. This is one that I think I saw on TikTok. I can't remember where, but I was like, you know what? Yes, it's a novella. It has, what is it? Like, it's Halloween themed, and I'm like ready for fall, even though it's still 90 degrees here. And I was like, okay, let's do this. So it's very short, so if I go too much into the story, it's like gonna literally spoil it. There's really very little plot, but I mean, when it like goes there, it goes there. Like, this ended up going places I didn't really expect it to be as dark as it was. So if you like dark romance, if you like that kind of reverse harem sharing aspect, this is one to pick up. This is very interesting because you don't really know the guys. They're always wearing like the Scream or Jason masks, things like that. So, you know, if you're into that, it's a good time. And of course, the #1 like book series that I have been reading this summer is by Nikki Sloan. I finally picked up the newest book in this series. It's called Their Vicious Darling. This is, I think, one of like my favorite reverse harems, and definitely one of my favorite retellings. It is dark, it is great. I love the fantasy aspect. I love all of the characters. This third book, I think it's the third book, wasn't my overall favorite, but I still really enjoyed it. You're still following Wendy Darling. I forgot her name. It's not Wendy, but something like that. So you're following her, but you get all of the different characters, even the quote-unquote villains. You're getting their point of views. Words are hard today again. So you're getting their point of views in the story, and I think this is just a very well written book. And to be honest, I feel like a lot of times you pick up a Kindle Unlimited book, you're just there for the smut and the action and get it, hit it, quit it, then go. This series, yes, you do get a lot of that spiciness, especially right away. She really embraces her character and like being who she is and happy with her sexuality. But this book is just like, it actually reads really well, if you know what I mean. Anyways, so yes, if you haven't already read it or read the series, started the series, I highly recommend Dark Reverse Harem Retelling of Peter Pan. Reverse Harem, love it. And there's brothers. Okay, the last book that I'm going to talk about is actually one that is like, I didn't give it 5 stars, I gave it 4, but I figured I should go ahead and talk about it anyway, and that is Haunting Adeline by H.T. Carlton. So I took my sweet time reading this book. I don't know why, actually I do. The main character's name is Adeline, and I think that was a very difficult thing for me to get over, is the name of the character. So I'm not sure if you've ever read a book where someone in your real life has the same name as a character in the book, and then you just can't really get over that fact, and it just like, you're reminded of that person every single time you read it, and you just can't get that out of your head, and it's just, it doesn't work for you. That kind of is what happened to me. So I think it was, I did give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it, but the fact that it took me so long to read, I felt like this story was like going nowhere for a long time. That's one of the reasons why I gave it 4 stars. It just took a while to just get anywhere. Like, this is a thick book. It's over 500 pages. And yes, it's a dark stalker romance, which, let me be honest, I am always here for. But it just seemed like there were things that could have been adjusted and maybe cut out or sped up a little bit, or explained a little bit more. I feel like there wasn't a lot. This ends on a cliffhanger, so I don't know if or when I'm gonna pick up the second book, but yeah, I know it's a fan favorite. A lot of people love this book. Again, I just can't get over the main character's name. It just didn't do it for me. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching my favorite books of summer. If you've read any of these books or have any thoughts or opinions, recommendations for me, I would love to chat about it, talk about it in the comments down below. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful, fabulous day, and happy reading. Bye.